Hey guys, it's Sam with Davenport Dronographics. I'm back here at the Brickyard, but this time it's a really special day because today I'm going to be maidening the Shendrones Squirt V2. It's a Cinewhoop drone that I've been building for quite a while at this point. I've been ordering all the parts piecemeal and just been slowly putting it together and in the meantime practicing my freestyle drone skills in the DRL simulator, but after a long period of time and lots of tinkering, it's finally here and finally ready to fly. So I've got 2 LiPo batteries charged up, and we're going to be dumping them both into this thing as we stretch its wings for the first time and see how she can do. So a little bit more about this build is it uses a Diatone Mamba F7 flight controller along with it's also a 4S build. The idea behind this is I want to have another drone that I can add to my cinematic tool bag for real estate videos primarily. And I want to be able to offer people the option to have drone virtual tours of their house, where basically the drone goes inside the house and outside and does a cinematic tour of the place. And that's just one option I want to be able to offer my clients. And so without further ado, let's get this thing booted up and flying in the air. So I switched over to the camera on the Shendrones Squirt, which is a GoPro Hero. I can't remember which one. It's been a while since I bought this. And I've got my lovely assistant here with me today, my lovely visual observer. And so a little bit more about this setup. I told you about the Shendrones Squirt, but for the goggles, these are a pair of Fat Shark HD02s. I've decided to go analog for now just because I don't want to get locked into the ecosystem that is DJI, digital FPV. The only thing that comes close is SharkBite, which still doesn't compare to DJI yet, but SharkBite is still miles ahead of where it used to be. So in a couple years, who knows where SharkBite is going to be and when it compares to DJI. So for now, we're just going to be sticking with analog. And for the transmitter, it is a Shendrones QX7, and also the radio is an Express LRS module that fits in the JR bay in the back of my radio. It is fitted out with the 2.4 gigahertz version, and I'll probably make a video about that in the future, but for now, let's go ahead and get this bad boy up and running and maiden this thing. Here we go. Well, that didn't work. And I'm not being very talkative at the moment because I'm just trying to pay attention as best I can. And of course, it's much different from the simulator. So, but in time, I'm sure it'll get better. And right now, I'm just kind of running the stock. I believe I'm not even sure what output power the video transmitter is running at. I think it's probably around 200 milliwatts. But I'm definitely going to try to crank this up to 800 milliwatts if I can. And I know the stock controller doesn't really support
Light mode acro. Disarm.
It doesn't really support 800 milliwatts without a BEC converter. But we're going to be trying this again and just dumping the batteries we have into this thing and just going from there. So, and this is also my first time actually flying FPV. So, and I do apologize for the dead air, but I am just trying to concentrate and keep this thing afloat. So I didn't have anything special planned for today. I just kind of wanted to see how the thing handled, and I'm keeping an eye on my battery life as well. So at the moment, it looks like this thing kind of dumps battery life fairly quick. So,
Disarm.
I don't know what happened there. Okay, we're back. So I'm on the GoPro camera so I can show you a little bit of the damage up close. But what it looks like is we have one of the propellers fail. And you can see right there, we actually had a propeller break. And it looks like for whatever reason, the nut on this prop isn't biting anymore. And it looks like it was ground down quite a bit. It looks like these motors are quite hot, so I don't know if it has something to do with the motors overheating, but let me go ahead and take the battery off, because that's the #1 question I have is the battery okay? Because it looks like it landed on its back. So, to me, it looks like the battery is fine. It doesn't appear to be punctured or anything like that, and of course I'll just continue to watch it and keep an eye on it. But I would say, you know, other than the fact that it failed in flight, I mean, that doesn't appear to have damaged too much else. It looks like our antenna got bent up a little bit, but other than that, it looks like we're fine. So, thanks for joining me out here today, and looks like it's back to the workbench and put this guy back together, and I'll be out here again to take her out again and hopefully have some lessons learned and be flying better next time. And until then, fly safe.